For more on the president's stunning performance today, I'm joined by Senator Cory Booker, Democrat from New Jersey. Senator, the question that Chuck Schumer put out there, or that John Brennan put out there, is the one that many Americans who even were not until today predisposed to thinking that the Russian president has something on Donald Trump, that is the question we are all now left asking. What other reason could there be for President Trump not to even entertain the possibility that his Senate, his House, and his intelligence agencies have come to that Russia was meddling and continues to meddle in American politics?
Yeah, well, his behavior was so shameful, so weak. I would even use the word submissive before Vladimir Putin. You have to wonder why. And we know our president. He's this guy with this hairstrings trigger where he attacks people left and right with really very little provocation, getting in people's face, whether it's military folks, press, even people within his own cabinet. He attacks. But the one person that he's not attacking, that quite the contrary, who he's being submissive to, who he's elevated on the world stage, who he's been willing to go against our allies, criticizing them more than he has any criticism for Vladimir Putin, is this dictator who has murdered his own people, who's murdered people on British soil, who's brought down an airliner over Ukraine, who's annexed Crimea, who has attacked this country with cyber attacks, and is continuing to do so. And so this is a president who has betrayed what I believe is the role of a commander-in-chief to protect this country. We all swear oaths to defend the United States of America. And what he's doing through his complicity in Putin's behavior, and we know Putin is somebody that needs to be met with strength.
Let me ask you this.
He's encouraging it to keep on ongoing.
The president's selling point here was that these are two nuclear superpowers that need to be in closer coordination. Virtually nobody believed that, but one person in your chamber did. Senator Rand Paul had a remarkable response to a remarkable press conference. Listen with me.
I think they, the people we've indicted in all likelihood were people that were meddling somehow in the election. But I would also put it in perspective. I think we have gone a little deranged as far as over the top on this thing. So the Russian meddling in the election, maybe they thought it might be better to have Trump. But guess what? In the end, what they've done is made it impossible for any engagement to happen because everybody's crazy now about the meddling in the election. So when I talk to the Russians, that's what I say to them. I can't prove whether you did or didn't, but think twice about it because you've messed it up.
It's kind of a remarkable response. I'm assuming that you've talked to your colleagues on both sides of the aisle today, and that is not a widely held view of how President Trump acted and what should happen next.
No, I mean, I've had moments, sort of honest, very honest moments with some of my Republican colleagues. Everybody is somewhere between stunned and outraged that we would so debase our nation, that we have a president that attacks his own country, attacks his own intelligence officers, and really, frankly, invites Russians to continue to doing what they're doing to our nation.
Senator Booker, what's your message? What's your message to our allies? This president has fought with Justin Trudeau, with Theresa May, with Angela Merkel, our strongest allies in the world. He's got NATO very scared tonight as people are asleep in Europe. What's your message to our allies?
Well, I think that, again, with all the partisanship people look to and think they see in Washington, remember, we just before we left for this weekend in a unanimous way passed legislation, a resolution affirming NATO here in the United States Senate. We know the importance of not only NATO, but the G7 without Russia making it the G8. We know the importance of our Canadian allies and our Mexican allies. We know in this world you need friends, and we stand by our friends. And when someone has proven themselves to be an enemy, has attacked our country and others, has violated international rule, has shown thuggishness and undemocratic ways, then we all have to stand united against that individual and that nation. And I'm telling you right now, what Donald Trump has done is a betrayal of those ideas and undermined the safety and security of our nation. And all of us, this is why I was happy to see even Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell releasing critical statements today. All of us should unite in one voice and saying, no, not here. This is not the United States of America. We are the strongest nation on the planet Earth, and we will defend ourselves.
Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey, thank you for your time tonight, sir.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.